Solid sounding ANC headphones, and you won't believe the price. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out these. These are the Tribit QuietPlus 50 ANC, or active noise canceling headphones, and they're pretty darn sweet. And when you look at their price, they're crazy affordable, which is great. Mostly ANC seems to be in the range of $100 or more for headphones. These are half that price. But let's talk about them. First off, 40mm drivers in the ear cups, which gives you a nice sound, and they have this sort of memory protein foam earpieces, which give you nice comfort. The whole thing is highly foldable, which is nice, so that makes them portable. And I really like their soft bag. This is not a protective bag, but it's just this nice, I think they said that it's a silk bag. I'm not sure that that's the right material, but it's just this really lovely hand feel to it. And you can obviously put the headphones in and you are good to go. Pull the little drawstring, and super convenient, super portable, right? And in addition, it also comes with, let me just sort of unhook these again, comes with a cable. So they are Bluetooth headphones. It's Bluetooth 5.0, but if you prefer using them as wired headphones, you can do that with the included cable. Also comes with a charging cable. It is USB-C. Nice job not using micro USB. Well done. So that's the physical pieces. It has, like I said, 40mm driver. It features a CVC 8.0 for phone conversations. The battery life is pretty darn good at 30 hours, and a 10-minute charge will give you 3 more hours of listening. They're lightweight, super lightweight. They're 7.7 ounces, and they are expandable, so you can get them to work on your head. I was a little surprised that the controls are in the back of the left earpiece, so it's this hand that's going to be controlling them. Most headphone designs seem to have it on the right side, but you sort of get the hang of it. So let's have a close-up look. As you can see on the bottom, all the way over, you have the plug for the 3.5mm jack for doing it wired. Then you have USB-C. Then you have volume up and down, and those double also as next track, previous track. And then the ANC turns on and off independent of the rest of the headphone. And then you have a power button, but that's actually a multifunction button too. So for example, a short push will pause your music, and another short push will play it again. A double push will get you to your voice assistant. Since I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro, that gets me to Siri, which is super convenient. And then same with the volume up and down. Those are also multifunction buttons. So to get to the next track, you actually just double push on the plus button. So here's actually a little cheat sheet which you can pause and study, but the good news is they've thought all this through, and it does have all the functionality you want. The reality, however, is it's entirely possible that you will, like me, simply use the controls on the screen of your phone, as you can see here, and then that gets you pause, play, volume, all that sort of stuff. So either way, they've got it covered. Now, for phone calls, it actually worked pretty well. I was, suitably impressed, because when you're doing this, it's kind of a long way to get to your voice and to hear that, but that CVC 8.0 chip actually gives them the ability to eliminate a lot of the ambient background noise, which means your voice comes through pretty clear. So it's not as good as having a boom mic right here, but this would work great for phone calls. It could work great for Zoom or Skype or Microsoft Meeting or Google Hangouts, etc., etc. They're not gaming headphones, but gaming headphones don't tend to have ANC either. So how good's the ANC? I'm glad you asked. The active noise cancellation is good. It's not amazing top of class, but for the price point, it's remarkably good. And what their ANC is tuned to do is to get rid of the low frequencies. So I test these by having floor fans on, right? So floor fans, refrigerators, things like that have both a higher frequency and a sort of low pervasive sound, just like 15 decibels of noise that you sort of tune out after a while. But you put these on, you turn on the ANC, and it's just gone. So, literally I'm standing looking at the fan, seeing the blades move, and it's like, that's so interesting. There's no sound. So it does a good job with the ANC. I think they'd work really well on a train or on an airplane or in another busy environment. I will warn you that, like many of these designs, the ANC can be on, as it is right now, even though the headphones are turned off. And that can be confusing because, of course, if you don't remember to turn both of them off, as I just did, then next time you go to use the headphones, they're going to be dead. So that's a habit you need to instill in yourself, that when you turn off the headphones, remember you also need to turn off the ANC. I suppose the use case is that there are times when you'll want to turn on the noise cancellation, but you don't want to listen to music. You're just going to use these as like an acoustic buffer for your ambient noise around you. Entirely valid use. You don't need to have the headphones part on. You just want the noise canceling. So you can do that too. The cost is that that's 2 power switches, not 1. Worth knowing. Latency in terms of watching videos or listening to anything where there's a visual component on your source device, latency I found to be basically 0. So it's not aptX low latency. In fact, this isn't AAC, it isn't aptX, it isn't any of those modern codecs or anything. It just does a good job. So I was watching some streaming, I don't know what the heck it was, streaming TCM or something on my phone, and everything was spot on, right in sync. So that was great. Which brings us to, what do they sound like? And the answer is, they sound really good. I was really surprised. When I had them on a very low volume, I didn't feel like there was much strength or sound stage, but as you turn the volume up, and I was listening to Steely Dan Asia, just a great album for headphones. And boy, you get that up to like the 50 or 60% volume level, and it's just clean and clear, and there's no annoying brightness. There's a nice full bass. The sound stage was terrific. It's really an enjoyable listening experience. And then to add the ANC just makes this even better. And these are just solid headphones. Now, a couple of downsides. Number one, the design. You might not like this design. This is as utilitarian as you can get. And I don't know, I guess Tribit wants to make sure that no one's offended by any element of their design, but this is kind of boring, right? Might not be a big deal. I personally buy headphones based on sound, not looks. But I know some people are fine, are in the middle there, and they want them to look cool too. The other thing I found was that they might be designed for slightly smaller heads, because when I had it at the width of my head, as you can see, those ear cups, since they don't bend this way, there's no hinge on them, they had a tendency to seal more on the lower part of my ear than the upper part of my ear. Now, the soft foam compensates for that, but I wish they would have thought through that hinge action or the angle so that it would be nice and flat against both of my ears. I guess if you have a really big head, you can get that effect. My head is not actually that wide, and certainly the smaller your head, the more that might be an issue. That's just a design limitation, so it goes. But really, other than that, and other than the fact that they're not the sexiest looking pair of headphones on the marketplace, they are really a great option. They really sound good. The ANC is entirely acceptable. I really like their little soft bag, and the price is going to blow you away. So, how much are they? Well, before I tell you the price, can I ask for you to subscribe to my channel? Really appreciate when you do that. Really helpful. So it's just a little red button on the lower right. Tap and a click, or tap or a click, and boom, you're subscribed and we're connected. Great. Now these are the Tribit QuietPlus 50 ANC headphones, and they are $50.99 at Amazon.com. $50 for these headphones is a solid deal. These are definitely worth checking out. Do they have the beautiful box of some of the more expensive brands? No. Do they have the design of some of the more expensive brands? No. But do they have the sound quality and the ability for you to listen for hours with a great battery life and a super long Bluetooth 5.0 range? Yeah, they do. And ultimately, isn't that what's important? So I suggest you check these out, and I'm going back to Steely Dan, with apologies to people that don't like Steely Dan. So I'll catch you in my next video.